Okay, so today we are going to do the chapter Python modules. Okay, what are basically modules? Modules means collection of similar type of functions. So if there are functions which are doing same kind of things, like one function is adding, one is multiplying, one is dividing, one is finding subtraction, one is going to find an absolute value, one is going to find the power of something, one is going to find a square root, then we can see okay, all these functions are doing same kind of work that is related to maths. So I'll collect them and keep it in a module. Or module basically is a Python file in which I'll keep it, and I will call that file as a math file. Okay. So basically now whenever I want to search for anything which does something mathematical, then I'll have to just open the module which is called as math, and I'll get everything from that. Okay. So basically in Python, we already have inbuilt module known as math, in which all the functions related to math are available. Okay. So this is what the concept of module is. Instead of having scattered small functionalities randomly placed anywhere, they are collected together and placed in one Python file. Okay, all the similar functionalities kept together in one Python file, and that Python file is then called as a module. Okay, similarly there are certain statistics functions. Okay, so all that mean, mode, module, all that I want to find, all that functions are kept together and kept in a module, and I call that module as a statistical module. So whenever I'm searching for anything related to mean, mode, or anything, then I will have to go and search into that module only. So module basically is a Python file in which similarly whatever functions which are doing similar kind of job are collected and kept together. We have a module known as random also, in which if I want to generate a random number from a range, I want to generate a random number between 0.0 and 0.1, all these are present in that random module. Okay? And all that I have to do is to import that module and then start using its functionality. Okay? There are basically two type of modules. One are building, or you can also call it as inbuilt functions, and the other are user-defined function. Okay, inbuilt functions, there are ample of them in Python. The three which we are having in syllabus this year or just now are math, random, and statistics. Okay, these three are already ready-made modules that are .py Python file with all the functionalities related to maths, all the functionalities related to generating random number, and all the functionalities related to statistical functions. All this are present in these three built-in modules. User-defined module means I want to create my own module, then I can create a function, then I can put all the similar functions in one Python file and save it as something, say my module.py, and keep it aside. Okay, that is user-defined module. I have created my own module according to my requirements. Okay. Now let us see the built-in modules. First is the math module. Now, if I want to use all the functionalities which are available in the already existing Python math module, then I need to import it first. Okay. So let me just show you. I don't know if in one of the classes that is in the basics or all we have done this math module or not, but since module is a separate chapter also, I'll just explain you. Okay. First thing that I have to do if I want to use the functions available in the math module is to import the math module. So the first line stands as import math. Okay. And suppose I just want to print. If I want to use the functionality of the math module, I have to write the math dot. Dot is an operator which indicates that the functionality which I am going to use now is present in the math module. Clear? So you can see these are the list of all the functions which are present in the math module. These all are the functions present in math module. It has given me during the help. Okay. Now suppose from that I want to use a ceiling function. Okay. To seal function. Anybody remembers what a ceil function does? If I have taught you, no? Okay,
Round off.
round off. But it is
Yes, ma'am.
only,
We will get round off value.
but which is the bigger one? Okay, so when I say 6.2, it is rounded to the bigger value. So what is the bigger value for 6.2?
7.
Yes,
7.
right. Same way, I have one more function known as math.floor. What is its job? 7 point.
Round off to lowest value.
Yes.
7.
9.5.
Right?
7 only.
Yes. Then I have got print math dot square root. Okay, so I can find the square root of a number. I have something known as absolute value. Okay. So absolute value is basically what? The sign minus, it becomes positive value. Okay. Print, I have math dot power. Okay, so power of 3 raised to the power 4, I can use it. Okay, I have print math dot cost values of something. Gen values of something. Sorry. Okay. So these all are math functions which I can use, and I can use them only if I import them or import the math module. Clear? Okay. Okay, there is no, I think ABS. ABS is in Java. So I think it is called, it has a different name. Let me just see. I just thought maybe it is not there. So any which was the help is available. Let me see. It is FM. I think in Python it is called
FABS.
FABS. Okay. So these are all the values I am getting. Ceil and floor will be an integer value. Rest everything will always come in a decimal value. Okay. So let us see, there are many other functions of math also available.
मैम ये फैब्स नहीं समझ आया.
It a absolute value 3 में से नेगेटिव साइन निकाल दो तो it becomes 3. ठीक है, बट लेकिन सारे का आंसर since it comes in decimal it will be 3.0. Clear? If I write only 3, that is positive 3, then also it will be 3.0. What it just removing the negative mark.
Yes.
You have factorial of a number also. Okay. These are all the available. We have in our syllabus only few of them, not all of them. Yes, we have pi value you should know, tan hai, cos hai, sin hai. Okay, we don't have more than that in our syllabus, but these are all available for us. Okay. 11th ke 12th ke syllabus mein we don't have more than few of them. So this is a math module. Now when you are importing a module, you can import it in a different manner also. ठीक है, अगर मैंने import करना है math, I can give an alias. I can say SM. So I don't have to write again and again M. Math. I can just use the word M. Now when I am importing it as M, I do not write complete word M. I can just write what? M dot whatever is the name of the function. So now the module math will be known as M inside my current file. Okay, it will be given a namespace M. So I can write down just M dot and it will list me or it will give me all the available functions. Let me write. It's taking time. Okay, so 8.2. Got it? So here what I can do is I can write alias. For that I need to write the statement import math as M. So one way is either write down only import and the name of the module, and then every time when you want to call the function, write down the entire name of the module dot the name of the functions, right? The other way is you can give an alias and then every time write alias dot and call all the functions. These are the two ways you can do it. Okay. Now let us see, there are other two ways also. Before that, let us see the other functions. Okay, so here we have seen fab, square root, power, sine, cos, seal, float, ये सारे हो चुके हैं. ठीक है. Random module. Random module क्या करता है? Random module will generate a random number. ठीक है. There are two or say basically three functions of random that we use from random module. One is random integer. It will generate a random number or random integer between the two numbers that are given to it. Okay. So if I say random integer 1, 5, every time when I run the code, it will generate a random number between 1 and 5, including 1 and 5. Understood? What it will do? Okay.
Can you explain again?
Yes, I'll show you also. Every time when you will run it, okay, it will generate. Okay, it will be generating any random number between the range that is given to it. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It gave me poor connection, that is why. Okay, so random integer will generate any random number between 3 and 9, including 3 and 9. Clear? 3 and 9 are also part of it. So this time it generated number 7. Every time when I run it, it can generate a different number. But the number will always be between 3 and 9 and can be 3 and 9 also. Unlike other languages where they are removed or they are not part of the range. Yeah. Now the other function that we have is r.random. Okay. Now this random will generate any random number between 0.0 and 0.1, excluding 0.1. ठीक है? 0.1 is not a part of it. Got it? So any random number between 0.0 and 0.999999 whatever, 0.1 is not included. Clear?
Ma'am, can you
Yes,
explain
yes,
this
ma'am.
again?
Ma'am,
Wait. Not 0.1, it is 1.0. Sorry. So complete number 1 is not included. It will always be 0.0 and less than 1.0. Am I clear? Let me just recheck it. I have written it already. I have not written. Okay, 1.0. ठीक है? 0.0 और 1.0 के बीच में नंबर जनरेट होगा, but 1.0 is never generated. Sorry, it was a mistake. It is not 0.1, but it is 1.0. So number 1 is never included. It will always be less than 1. Clear? अब clear हो
yes,
गया?
ma'am.
ठीक है? So basically random number will
मैम डाउट.
बोलो बेटा.
मैम इधर हमने इंपोर्ट रैंडम एज आर किया है, तो फिर आर को कभी वेरिएबल की तरह यूज नहीं कर सकते ना?
वेरिएबल इन द सेंस इट इज अ मॉड्यूल बेटा, वो एक वेरिएबल नहीं है, वो एक पूरा क्लास है, एक मॉड्यूल है जिसके अंदर बहुत सारे फंक्शंस है. तो आप उसको एज अ
नहीं मैम.
फंक्शन, हाँ, नो यू कैन नॉट यूज आर अगेन एज एनी वेरिएबल, यू कैन नॉट. ओके ओके,
Yes, ma'am.
वेट,
Okay,
इफ
ma'am.
आई विल ट्राई इट विल रीअसाइन द वैल्यू. पाइथन में एरर कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, वो रीअसाइन हो जाता है. ठीक है. सो नाउ आर इज अ इंटीजर जिसका वैल्यू 34 है. अब वो क्लास नहीं बचा. Understood? It is not that you cannot use it. लेकिन you have reassigned r को आपने अलग वैल्यू दे दी. Okay, so basically now where he is throwing error at r dot random integer. इसके पहले की लाइन में error throw नहीं की. Okay, so if I am removing this,
Yes, ma'am.
I understood what you are telling. Okay, this is called reassigning r's value. ठीक है, जब पहली लाइन एग्जीक्यूट हुई तब r was a complete module जो random module है. Now I have reassigned it to an integer data type. ठीक है, there is no concept of error thrown when you are reassigning a data type to any variable in Python. Clear? So when I am doing this,
नहीं मैम, मतलब रीअसाइन कर लिया तो फिर रैंडम मॉड्यूल की तरह यूज नहीं
अब
कर सकते.
reassign
वही
कर
जानना.
दिया तो r एक integer बन गया.
Yes, ma'am.
So you cannot now use it. Okay, with this one.
Okay.
So it's always advisable to use two letters, क्योंकि एक आध लेटर तो हम वेरिएबल नेम में यूज करते हैं. लेकिन अगेन फॉर वेरिएबल नेम आल्सो यू शुड ऑलवेज टेक केयर that you give a logical name instead of just A, B, C, D or anything. It is when I teaching to save my time I do that. हम कोड लिखेंगे तो कोई लॉजिकल नाम लेंगे. ठीक है, so this will
Yes,
generate
ma'am.
between 3 and 9 inclusive of both of them. Okay, excluding 1.0. ठीक है. Third is random range. Okay, so random range will generate a random number, like you have a range function for I in range. ठीक है, random range is similar to that. So when I say random range 100, it will generate number 0 to 99 randomly. ठीक है, when you say random range 50 to 101, it will generate between 50 and 100. I hope you know what is a range function जो हम for में use करते हैं. याद है आपको range function?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Same to that is the random range. Okay, so RA, the alias name, random range. Okay, and ranges say I want any number to be generated between 5 and 10, then I will have to write 5 and 11. ठीक है, कौन से numbers generate होंगे? 5 to 10. Am I clear? So every time I run it, it is going to generate any random number between 5 to 11. So it generated 5. Okay. If I'll write only 5, it will generate what? Will it include 5?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
It will not include 5. Okay, it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Am I clear? So when it is 5, it is from 0 to 4. Clear? And when I have it from 5 to 11, it is going to generate 5 to 10. Clear? So understood random के all 4 or all 3. ठीक है? Only these 3 are in your syllabus for random for 11, 12. Okay? Okay. Statistics module. Okay. हमारे पास होता है mean, okay, maiden and mode. 3 functions. Okay. Mean में क्या होता है? They are the mathematical function that you normally use, right? तो mean में क्या होता है? Do you study in maths mean or not? Average किसे बोलते हैं?
Yes, ma'am. Average.
So I can input more than one module, right? So is the spelling right? STATI, statis.
Yes, ma'am.
Statistic. SST. Okay. So statistics, okay fine, I'll use mean.
मैम स्टैटिस्टिक्स आएगा,
S
स्टैटिस्टिक नहीं।
हाँ ठीक है ओ
यस मैम।
थैंक यू। okay so print I will say st dot mean yani average. Now if I want to find average of something, I need to send him collection. So I need to send him a list, either pre-created or I can create it just here in the parameter and pass it. Okay, it will give me the average of all this. Okay. Next is maiden. Okay, so maiden में मुझे क्या मिलेगा? MEID अरे वापस बंद हो गया। maiden क्या है? Median, you will find the most common occurring one. ठीक है? Mean, अरे sorry, common is mode, right? Mode is the common one, right? अरे भाई मैथ्स तो आप इतना पढ़ते
Yes,
हो।
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Common one.
Mode is most occurring
What is
value
the
and
most
median
common
is
one?
middle value.
Median, spelling भी wrong है। ठीक है? Median one यानी जो middle value है।
Middle value.
Again you will send a list 3, 4, 5 and 6. तो मिडिल की अगर 2 वैल्यू है तो क्या करेगा वो? मिडिल में अगर एक वैल्यू है,
उन दोनों का एवरेज ले।
हाँ अगर 2 होगी तो दोनों का जो एवरेज मिलेगा, ओके दिस आर सेम। ओके, तो ये दोनों को मिडिल वैल्यू पहले तो वो अरेंज करेगा, ठीक है, एंड देन ही विल फाइंड आउट कि मिडिल जो वैल्यू है उसका वो क्या निकालेगा, एवरेज डिवाइड बाय 2 करेगा मिडिल 2 को लेके। ठीक है, दैट इज हाउ मेडन वर्क्स। मेडन में it will be rearranged sequentially and middle one will be found out, and then you can find out what is the average of both of them. Clear? And the last one here is mode, the most common occurring one. अगर कॉमन नहीं है तो वो क्या देता है? मोस्ट अकरिंग कुछ नहीं है तो जो फर्स्ट वैल्यू है वो दे देगा। ठीक है, आई शो यू दैट आल्सो। सो बेसिकली, अरे I forgot something.
मैम एक और ब्रैकेट आएगा लास्ट में।
1 2, अच्छा इसका नहीं क्लोज किया। ठीक है, 5.5 5.5 और 5, लेट अस सी। ओके, इन दोनों का मीन, इन सब का मीन 5.5 है। इसका मीडियन, मीडियन क्या है? मीडियन इज 5.5 और इसमें जो कॉमन अकरिंग है 5 है। अगर मैं कॉमन अकरिंग निकाल देती हूँ, it usually gives me the first one. ठीक है, because it will not throw an error. Python में mostly हर चीज में rarely if there is a name error or if it does not exist, ऐसा कुछ होने पर ही errors होते हैं। Less chances of errors are there in Python. They have tried to make it as robust as possible. ठीक है, now this is user defined function. हालांकि this year you do not have it in your syllabus, but just for an idea to understand what it is, I'll show you that last year when it was in syllabus we had created like this. What we used to make, this is, अभी तो आपको नहीं पता है, but this is creating a function which will be the first chapter in 12th standard. तो ये एक फंक्शन बनाया है माइल टू किलोमीटर, दूसरा है किलोमीटर टू माइल, फिट टू इंचेस, इंचेस टू फिट, और एक हेल्प मेन्यू बनाया है। All this collected and kept together in a file, and the name of the file is lengthconversion.py. So we have created our own user defined module. Okay, और वो मॉड्यूल में हमने 1 2 3 4 5 फंक्शन डाले हुए। Now this is compiled or this is created and kept it. And I have two constant values also, m and f, where m is this constant value and f is 12, which is constant value. Okay. Now this is just a simple Python file which has been created and kept it. Okay. Now when I want to import it somewhere, what I'll do is just like what I did with math, random and statistics. You just have to do what? Import length conversion. This is the name of the file that we have created. Okay. And you don't write py over here whenever you are calling a module. Okay. So import length conversion SLC alias is used. Okay. And then in the code over here, we have just used LC dot and called all the methods. LC dot fit to inches, LC dot inches to fit, LC dot mile to kilometers, LC dot kilometers to mile. Got it? Am I clear? When you will be creating project, you will be able to use it next year in 12th standard once I have taught you functions. And once you will start with your project, we will be using this. If you don't want to clutter one complete file with too many codes, then you can keep it in different files and just import it wherever you need it. Okay? Now, basically, as I told you, there are 4 ways to import. One is just writing down import random, okay, using no alias. Second is using alias. Apart from that, there is something known as using the keyword from. Okay, so I can write from math import star. That indicates what? Star whenever used.
Import everything.
Yes, import everything from math. Now, when you are using this from keyword, it is little not dangerous, but little heavy. The reason is all the functions of math now become part of your current function or current class. ये अभी जो मैंने py file बनाई है, all the functions of this math are now as if they are part of this py file, as if I have written them or created in this py file. So what will happen? This file has become very heavy with all the math functions being part of this particular .py file because I have written the statement from math import star. The one thing that you can do over here is now you don't have to write the name of, because this all functions, that is FABS, then power, POW, square root, seal, floor, now as if they are part of the same .py file. So I don't have to write math. I just can write down FABS -4. Okay? So I can directly use it now. I don't have to use dot notation because जो भी functions है math के, now they are as good as part of my file. Clear? I can also do something like this. Okay, from math import only power and square root. तो मैंने सिर्फ 2 यूज किए, power and square root. ठीक है? So then I have only provision to use power and square root, and I don't have provision to use all of them. But in case, in case if I am going to write from, okay, I do not have to use the dot notation because now those functions are part of my current py file. Clear all of you?
Ma'am, I didn't get about this.
I will explain you again. Okay. There are four ways you can import anything. You can write down import random directly and then use random dot function name and call it. You can write import random as array, then write down array dot something and call that. Okay. The other way is using from. When I write from, then the name of the module, import, and either star I will write down, star means, or asterisk sign. It means I am going to call each and every function. Now there are many functions in math. You know there are so many functions of math, right? All the functions will as good as I have defined them here. How do we define a function? If I want a function in this file, then I'll write def add. Okay, this is how I define a function. Okay, and I'll say print 4 plus 3. This is called as creating a function. I have created a function of my own. Name of the function is add, and now this function is part of my file. Which file? The one file that I have created. This is the file. I have given it name math module. So add is defined where? In math module. Clear? इतना समझ में आया?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Here I have created my own function.
Yes.
अब मेरे पास रेडीमेड मैथ है और मुझे मैथ के फंक्शंस यूज करने हैं, तो मैं डायरेक्टली लिख सकती हूँ इंपोर्ट मैथ और यूज कर सकती हूँ. लेकिन मैथ के जो भी फंक्शन है, जैसे DEF स्क्वायर रूट कहीं पे लिखा हुआ होगा और उसकी जो सारी फंक्शनलिटी है कहीं पे नहीं, मैथ में लिखा हुआ है math.py में. ओके और उसकी बहुत सारी फंक्शनलिटी है, हाउ टू फाइंड द स्क्वायर रूट का कोड लिखा हुआ है. नाउ आई वांट दिस स्क्वायर रूट टू बी पार्ट of my current.py, then instead of importing it without the keyword form, I'll write down from math import star. तो मैथ के अंदर जो भी डिफाइंड फंक्शन है, now they are as good as part of my this particular code. इसलिए मुझे जब उनको बुलाना है, now I don't have to write math dot something. They are already part of my .py file, so I just write down the name of the function. Okay. तो एफ एब्सिस नॉर्मली अवेलेबल ही हो गया मुझे, बिकॉज नाउ इट इज पार्ट ऑफ माय py. जब मैं ये रन करूंगी, कंपाइल करूंगी, तो इट विल नॉट ओनली कंपाइल ऑल दिस लाइन, इट विल आल्सो कंपाइल ऑल द फंक्शंस ऑफ मैथ क्लास, ओके, और मैथ मॉड्यूल, एंड दे विल बी द पार्ट ऑफ माय करंट मॉड्यूल. क्लियर? सो आई कैन कॉल देम डायरेक्टली. This is possible only when I am using the keyword from. ओके अगर मैं लिखूंगी फ्रॉम मैथ इंपोर्ट पावर एंड स्क्वायर रूट, सो सिर्फ पावर और स्क्वायर रूट के जो डेफिनेशन ऑफ फंक्शंस है, they will become the part of my math module.py and they will be compiled along with my code when it is compiled, though I cannot see it. Clear? ऐसा नहीं है कि वहां ये सडनली अपीयर हो जाएंगे. This happens when the compilation process takes place. They are in the same namespace. And so when I want to use power, I just have to now say what? Power. Understood? Clear all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is a module? You can see the difference. Okay. Power में मैंने सिर्फ power लिखा है. बाकी सारे में मैंने I have written either the alias or I have to write down the name of the functions or sorry name of the modules. ठीक है, या तो अगर math dot लिखो या तो फिर alias dot लिखो, but if I have imported them using from keyword, then I do not use the dot notation, they are directly available. Clear all of you? Okay, so module क्या है? What is a module? What is a module, beta? It is collection of similar functions kept together in one file. And when you want to use those functions, what you do is import the module in your current file. ठीक है? Okay. There are 4 ways to import. बोलो बेटा.
मैम जो यूजर डिफाइंड मॉड्यूल होती है उसको इंपोर्ट करने के लिए वो सेम फाइल में होनी चाहिए ना, सेम डेस्टिनेशन पे होना चाहिए ना वो दोनों फाइल्स?
वो हम सेव करेंगे सेम फोल्डर में होना चाहिए.
हाँ मतलब सेम फोल्डर में होना चाहिए ना.
हाँ हाँ ठीक है, नहीं तो आपको पूरा पाथ फिर चाहिए.
यस मैम.
ठीक है. Okay, so I think it will close in any moment. Okay, any doubts? I'll give a worksheet also for this, and I'll upload this video also. Okay.
And ma'am, please post this PPT also in Google Classroom.
Yeah. Okay.